we've now changed, like here, that was a positive, depreciation had a negative, so if this one's got a positive, that one's got a negative. Okay, that is your depreciation. When else do we use the compound interest formula? We also use it when something is increasing at a rate or decreasing at a rate. So whenever you see the word rate being used, compound increase, a certain species is increasing at a rate, it's mutating at a rate, a certain bacteria is increasing at a rate of 12% per annum, it's compound. The minute they use the word rate, it's compound. It is not simple interest. Okay? Our population in the country, due to all the different diseases and whatever is happening, is decreasing at a rate of, so if there were 50 million people in 2015, how many expected people in 2020 if the population is decreasing at a rate of 2% per annum? Compound decrease. Then we'd use A equals P into 1 minus I to the power n. Now, in the compound interest formula, this would be, again, would still represent your final amount. Your final amount, P would be your original, would still represent the same. Okay? When you're dealing with A, with depreciation, A represents what we call book value, or another word for book value is scrap value, because something becomes scrap. I'm going to move over to that side as well. So this A here would be your final scrap value. Okay, now this here, what I've put now on the board, this is your mind map. And I'm hoping that you are writing this down. I'm not doing this for show. Okay, yeah, we are doing it for show, but we're doing it for the ITV show, but we're not doing it. We want you to work. We want you to take out a book. We want you to draw it. What I'm putting on the board, I want you, because this is going to be your mind map. This is going to be your guide as to what the entire topic entails. Let's get started. Let's get started with simple interest. We'll do a hire purchase agreement. We'll do a depreciation. Then we'll go on to compound interest. We'll do all our different compoundings. We'll do an inflation problem. We'll do a depreciation according to the reducing balance method or diminishing balance method. And we'll increase or decrease something by a rate. So let's get started. I hope you all got your your scientific calculators, right? We're not allowed to mention any of the company's names on TV. Make sure you get your Now, the calculator that I'd like you to use is this one here. We've covered the name for security reasons, but I think you, the grade 11 or 12, you know what calculator we're using. Okay, so please make sure you get this calculator. Right, let us now go into examples. I'm now erasing all of this, and let's get started here with our interest. Now, just before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit, couple of seconds on your compoundings. How does it affect your formula? Your compoundings affect your formula in this way. So if we're looking at annually, your formula is A equals P into 1 plus I to the power n. That's standard. It's when something is compounded annually, doesn't affect. In fact, it does affect. It's n over 1 to the power n times 1. Because there is 1 year in a year. If you understand, if you're following my train of thought. There's 1 year in a year. So it's I over 1, but we don't put in the 1 because anything over 1 still stays the same. If something is compounded monthly, then how would it affect your formula? P into 1 plus I over how many months? You just ask yourself, how many?